Hey guys, welcome to freebadmathclasses.com. Another video this time. I just want to introduce you to a new warm-up video. It's been a while, I haven't done one. So if you get bored with those warm-up videos or you want new ideas, I'm going to walk you through just kind of a routine of new things I've been doing lately, especially for my lower back. And I find this routine to kind of be a little bit more of like a full body stretch rather than just kind of isolation. So follow me here. It's going to be very quick. Of course, you can hold this moves as long as you want. I'm going to do it really quickly because I'm not going to do the actual stretching routine. I'm just going to show you the moves. But if you guys are doing it to stretch before a workout or at the end of the day or after you work out or you practice, make sure you hold these moves just a little bit longer than I'm doing in this video, okay? So I'd like to start with just kind of like open a little bit wider, or a lot wider actually, than your hip width, and just kind of start with just a nice 90 degrees, dropping your chest down, and just hold that by locking your knees. That way you get a nice stretch in your hamstrings as well. So hold that for a little bit, just right here about 90 degrees, and then from there walk your way down to your toes, and you'll feel a little bit more stretch in your hamstrings. And so just hold that a little bit longer. And then from there, take both hands to one side and create a little bit of a twist on the hip level, and that's going to help you kind of stretch the side abs and also the back, the lower back. And then do the same thing, of course, on the other side, and hold that as long as you want to. Remember, I'm not holding these long enough. And then from here, I'm just going to come up to about halfway, and then hold my knee, or just a little bit above the knee, and then hold it here a little bit more. Create a little bit more twist. This really feels good. And then from here, lock your fingers and point straight, and then we'll stretch your arms. And then from here, you can take it to the back, keeping your arms together, and they'll create even a better stretch. I love this one in your abs, side abs, lower back. And then from here, walk it to the other side. Hold it same way, nice and straight first, and then take it to the back. Wow, this feels awesome. And the whole time you're doing this, make sure you keep your knees locked so you can stretch your hammies as well. And then take it down here, and then push down a little bit more to create more of a hamstring stretch. And then from here, bring it back to the center, a nice stretch again, all the way down. And then bring it all the way up, keeping your fingers together. And then push back a little bit, pushing your hips forward. And you don't have to go too far down, just enough to stretch your quads a little bit, your lower abs, and your arms, of course, and definitely your lower back here. So hold this for as long as you want to, or as long as you can. Then bring it up, keep your feet same width, don't change the width of your feet here. And then we're just gonna kind of roll the shoulders back and back and back and back. So just kind of, and then taking both back together, and then forward, 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 just one at a time first, and then together. And then from there, kind of alternate back and then forward. And then when you start this, you want to start it slow, and then of course as you release the shoulders, especially if you're doing this before you practice, start slow, and then of course speed it up from there. Okay? Now from here, hold your head to the side, stretch that neck. This always feels good for me. I'm always have a tight neck and shoulders, so this feels awesome. And then from here, I want you to relax those arms, push them back, and then cross them to the side, push back, cross the other side, again, push and cross. Make sure you really push back, cross. You can even hold it back. I like holding it a couple times before I cross. A couple times before you cross, you really release your shoulders and your back muscles, moves them a little bit. So once you do that for as long as you can, then you want to switch to a higher stretch in the back, where you're stretching more like your triceps here, and of course your shoulder as well. And then you can keep it straight, or you can take it to the side, which will help you stretch your side abs and hips again, and lower abs even more. Do the same thing on the other side. Hold it straight and pull, or take it down to the side for more full body stretch here. Okay, so do this as long as you want, or as many times as you want, switching sides. And then from here, we're just gonna kind of go all the way to the side for a nice big stretch of the arm, and then to the other side. Start this slowly, especially if you're doing this before you work out, and from there kind of start to go a little bit faster. You don't have to look side to side because that might get you a little bit dizzy, so you can look straight forward and just focus on your arms, of course. Alright, and then from here we're going to switch to the lower body by simply taking a side, kind of a side squat, bending one knee, and then keeping the other leg completely straight. Then we're only bending this one knee here. And push it down as low as you possibly can. You'll feel a nice stretch in your inner thighs. Do the same thing on the other side. As you switch this, be very careful and slow because sometimes you can slip, especially when in belly dancing, when we practice barefoot, we can easily slide off the floor or carpet or whatever we're using. I know this rug I'm using is really, really slippery. And do that as many times as you want. Keep switching sides really slow. Hold a little bit longer, and then when you feel like you get a nice stretch, then you can just kind of go and release the joints by moving just a little faster from side to side. Okay, once you hold that for a little bit longer, drop down to a deep squat, bring your elbows to your knees and push your knees out as you drop your hips a little bit lower. And this really feels good on the hips. You know, we really need to stretch our hips in belly dancing, as you know. So hold this as long as you can and then bring it up really slowly and then arch your back real slow, real slow, real slow, real slow, real slow. So this gives you a nice stretch of your quads, inner thighs, lower back, hips, side obliques, lower abs, and definitely your arms. So these are definitely the muscles we always use, of course, for belly dancing. So hopefully you like this little stretching technique. It's been my favorite lately, and I use it all the time. I stretch before and after my workouts, you know, my belly dance practice, whatever physical activity I'm doing, even before and after my runs. I love it. It feels really good. So hold it as long as you want. Do it short, do it long, whatever you feel like it. So, and hopefully you enjoy and find it a little bit more creative and challenging maybe. Okay, I'll see you guys next time in another video on freebellydanceclasses.com. Bye bye.